championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for the semifinal collision. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Looking right, this one caught. Oh, and he goes down after a short gain. That's not enough for the first down. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Carlo Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Bush. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. You come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. First down here for this offense. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw to his receiver. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, the quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a first down.
Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
An important third down attempt for this offense. He hands it off from the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
It's fourth down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking downfield. Makes the catch downfield. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. The quarterback makes the throw. The receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And that run produces a decent gain.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning. Set of downs.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
First and goal, a great chance to answer that opening touchdown. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. They make the tackle, but there is a flag on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of their own end zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And here's the handoff. It's a solid gain to pick up the first down on what will be likely the final play of this first quarter. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Back in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Looking to throw. It's Bush. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Who makes the grab? They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Receiver in motion now. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down there.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Defense not pressing this time. To the air, it's Bush. Makes a quick grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion.
Football comes out. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Buckeyes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? He flips it to the back across the middle.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, just think of the list of Auburn running backs. I mean, you see this guy pick up a first down, and you're starting to see a little bit of Bo Jackson in it. Maybe a combo. Remember those days of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in that backfield? Trey Mason. Boy, so many great backs that Auburn has enjoyed, and this guy's looking good.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Now the handoff. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
That completion sets up a 3rd down play. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
That's caught. It's Rhodes. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. Auburn now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And the ball is hauled in. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though. The clock is still running. They'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Slides to avoid the big hit. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Scanning the field, it's Bush. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. Quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. It's a shotgun run call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Rhodes. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. coach has made the call, needing to extend this drive. The offense is out there to go for it. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Bush. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Using his legs here. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, this is why this guy's looked at as one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. He can throw it, he can spin it downfield, but also he's a threat to be able to take off and go just like this. Puts so much pressure on this defense.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. He's moving out of the pocket. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the 2nd half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Important 2nd down play coming up. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, looking to throw it. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking to scramble. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Here's the 2nd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. Back to throw. It's Bush. He'll take a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they will claim the 2nd half lead.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers and those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. 14. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Touchdown, Auburn. Just ran away from the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Offense comes out to start this drive. They'll run it here. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. First and goal, handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's swarmed by the defense. No field goal try here. They're going to try to break the tie with a touchdown in the final quarter. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Now, the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the right side. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
2nd down play coming up. They'll test the right side here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Caught behind the line. It's Rhodes. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Well, this is called settling down in a zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And this one is dropped. My goodness, he was wide open. Would have been a huge gain.
Oh, my gosh. The defense busting coverage, leave the receiver wide open, and boy, oh boy, did they catch a break.
Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up fourth down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. We're going to kick it away for the second time. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last time they had it going, but got stopped on 4th and goal. They got to put that behind them now. Put together something here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Bush. It's an out route, the catch made.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. Play action fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. It's a quick grab. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They jump in front here in the 4th. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Single back, takes the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Christine, on the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Or it's snapped to the back. Fighting off the defender. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. Offense right to the line. Playing with tempo now.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and 1 they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides. But they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well. Especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Looks like he's going to run it. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Can he make it to the marker? He stopped, but he gets a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Catch made on the right side. And we've reached the 2-minute warnings. This offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. 2nd down after that previous play. They're going to run it here. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up 4th down.
Chris, this is it. It comes down to this 4th down play to be able to stay in this football game. They've got to convert to be able to keep their hopes alive. Can this quarterback deliver and make the play?
Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, how about that execution? Great throw by the quarterback. The receiver does his job and then takes it into the end zone. And now we've got an interesting situation here. Late in the game in a playoff, do you kick the extra point to tie this up, or you go for 2 to potentially take the lead?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Your worst-case scenario, go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. He's looking deep here. Deep shot caught inside the 25. And he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone.
Well, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
1st and goal, final 2 minutes. A chance of the offense to break the tie here very late. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. I'm the offensive coordinator. Give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal. Let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Dropping back. It's Bush. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Touchdown, Ohio State. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Just so impressed by this offense and the way they've executed throughout most of this day. Now with the game on the line, they deliver and give them the go-ahead score. There's enough time, though, on the clock. The defense is going to have to go out there and make some plays to be able to win this game.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely.
Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose.
The defense has picked up the football going the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
A fumble return for 6.
That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has being able to score. I thought maybe he'd pick it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Offense comes out here, one last chance, one possession game. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Just gets it away, taking a shot. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. It's going to set up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. The shotgun running play call. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. Well, that's a